A study by Harmer provides us with some evidence. A group of genes on the X chromosome, XQ28, were found in 70% of his sample of homosexual men, suggesting a genetic basis.
Although he found this, there's been no exact replication of the study so far, and Winkelgren even found that this link was over-exaggerated and not as strong as Harmer first claimed it to be.
Similar results were found in another study carried out by Harmer, where a statistical confidence level of more than 99% was found, showing that male sexual orientation is genetically influenced.
But the media over-exaggerates the research of Harmer, as the research only states that there is a link rather than a direct cause. So how can we establish a cause and effect relationship if it's not yet been proven? Like, even without this, the media still reference Harmer's research, leading people to believe there is a biological cause when in fact there isn't one.
Harmer himself found it was in fact only males and not females who had the XQ28 gene. This therefore cannot be universally applied because it does not represent the whole homosexual population.
Other research has shown brain structure influences sexuality. It has been found that the anterior commissure, a small bundle of axons that connects the two hemispheres, is larger in women than men, but homosexual men have a larger bundle than heterosexual men.
This is just another flawed study. It's been found that out of the 33 males in this study, 27 fell into the size range of the heterosexual males.
Also, out of 120 postmortems, there was no variation of the size of the anterior commissure, which was found by Lasker et al.
LeVay performed autopsies of homosexual men and found that they have smaller hypothalamus than heterosexual men. The hypothalamus is widely linked to human sexuality. Men with a smaller hypothalamus have more female sexual traits, therefore they are more likely to be gay.
Most of the participants in this post-mortem study had had AIDS though, so it could be possible that the changes in the brain that LeVay had noticed were just due to the diseases they died from, rather than being homosexual.
LeVay was also very political, as are many biological researchers in this field. Maybe they're just trying to find a justification for a genetic explanation, because if we reduce things down to biology, it reduces blame on the person and homophobic ideas that it is not a choice.
As well as this, homosexuality is a threat to masculinity in society, and that is why the biological explanation for men is so widespread, to protect their identity and image, whereas feminists often state they've made the empowering choice to be homosexual, as it's less frowned upon in society, so less research features women, as it's not a political threat.
Even though some people may see this as a political issue, family history studies have provided pretty reliable evidence that there is a genetic factor. For example, it's been found that male homosexual twins have a 52% chance of both being gay if they're identical and 22% for non-identical. Similar studies done on women found identical twins to have a 48% concordance rate and non-identical twins to have a 16% concordance rate.
Even though you said that this research is pretty reliable, the concordance rate is only 52%. This doesn't suggest a complete genetic basis. It only suggests a link with genes, therefore there must be other factors that influence homosexuality, like environmental factors.
Also, the concordance rate of 52% can be argued as too high by Kendall et al., as they only found a concordance rate of 30%, suggesting that the reliability of previous research isn't that good.
However, the fact that there is 50% concordance rate does show that there is some biological aspect to homosexuality. Furthermore, identical twins are more likely to share the same sexual orientation than non-identical twins, showing that it's not all environmental. And only 6% of adopted sisters were both gay compared to high percentages of biological sisters, showing that genetics has a significant role in sexuality.
It could be argued that homosexuality has little link with genetics, but is instead influenced by environmental factors. For example, Anderson et al. Found 46% of homosexual men in his study had been subject to abuse, whilst only 7% of heterosexual men had.
But when Bell et al. First started considering homosexuality, he suggested that sexual abuse had no significant role in determining sexuality.
If this was true, then how come so many other studies have found the same results, such as Bramlett and Anderson and Holmes and Slaps, both in the 1990s?
However, not everyone that's been sexually abused is a homosexual, therefore it can't be applied in every instance.